All right, here we go. Okay, so we're done with third quarter. We're on to fourth quarter. I think chapter 4, right, was the last chapter. I'm right on the next one. Chapter 4 was the last chapter. I think yeah, it was the last chapter, last grades of quarter 3. Okay, so that test should be the last grade of quarter 3. Your grade should be in Schoology and up to date. I think grades are due on Wednesday. If you have any kind of quiz or test you need to make up, you need to send me a message about that and get it done. I'm not going to go around chase you for it. What else? That's it. Chapter 11 is pretty simple. I don't want to say simple. It's simple algebra. Okay, should be by now. You have seen all this stuff before. As far as foiling, easy factoring problems. Factoring's going to be a little bit tough. But foiling, combining like terms like today is multiplying binomials, adding polynomials. So it's stuff you guys have seen. It's just whether you succeeded on it or not. That's the different story. So make sure to pay attention, get notes down, blank notes. You can print them off. They're on Schoology. Other than that, I hope everybody's doing pretty good. Okay, so polynomial. Okay, so we all know what a polynomial is, but now it has multiple terms, could have multiple terms, right? It has to do with coefficients, constants, and variables. Okay, do I have to use my x for my variable at all times? No, I don't. X could be any letter that I want. And remember, constants do not have a variable on them. Okay, we'll define those in a second. First, monomial. Remember, mono is 2, or 1, sorry. Binomial, which is 2, and trinomial, which is 3. Okay, each have their specific number of terms. Binomial only has 1. That's like an x squared. Binomial is like an x squared plus 1. And trinomial is like an x squared plus 2x plus 3. Okay, 3 terms there. Okay, coefficients, it's a number in front of the variable. So like my first one, it's going to be 1. It's going to be 1 here too. It's going to be 1 for the x squared and 2 for the x. The 3 is a constant. Okay, this is a constant because it does not have a variable attached to it. Okay, we should all know that. Okay, like terms have these same blank and blank. Okay, these have what variables and exponents is what I want to put in there. Yes, variables and exponents. Variables and exponents. X squared with x squareds, x's with x's, numbers with numbers. Okay, you can't, x squared and x are not like terms because they have different variables. One has 2 x's, one only has 1. It's not like terms. It has to be something that looks like this. 5x squared plus 2x squared equals 7x squared. That is combining like terms. Okay, an example of not like terms is something that looks like this. 5x squared plus x plus 2. I cannot add any of those together. Okay, I just have to keep it like it is. Why can I add them? Because 1's an x squared. I don't know why it disappeared on me. There we go. 1's an x squared. The other's just a single x. And last is a constant, just like that 3 was. Okay, when we simplify, it's combining all like terms. Whether it's addition or subtraction, combine like terms. And then once you can't combine anymore, the polynomial is simplified. Okay? We should know it. Okay, standard form written in order of decreasing. I want to say degrees. Do we know what degrees are? Maybe not. For example, it's like exponents. So decreasing exponents, we could say. If I have like x to the third plus x squared minus 1. Okay, what we want to do is we want it so the largest degree is out front, x to the third. The second largest is next, x squared plus x, and the constants are always going to be last. That's standard form. Okay? Or in alphabetical order. So if we have like A, So on the next one, the example, I guess I can just show you. We have A and B, right? So my final example, and when you write the terms, you want A first, B second. If it's A and C, you want A first, C second. Okay, I'll show you in a second. Okay, first things first, we want to simplify. So we need to figure out what the like terms are. So let's use a highlighter. So first step is just figure out your variables. We have A squared, B. A, B squared. Okay, so we have 8A squared B plus, I need to look for my second like term, right? It's right here. Plus 4A squared B. How do I know they're like terms? Because they both have two A's, one B. Okay, now all we do is add the coefficients to 12A squared B. We have, the next term is going to be 6AB squared minus 3AB squared. And we get 6 minus 3 is going to be positive 3AB squared. Done. Okay, that's it. All right, on the next one. Just combine the like terms. Not terrible. Okay, next one's a little bit harder. We have 3 possibles. Well, actually, we have 4. Okay, your first one's going to be your x squareds. Your second one's going to be your xy's. Third's y squareds. And lastly, we have our constants. Okay, so let's knock this out. Okay, so I have 10x squared. Do I have another x squared? I do. I have a 4x squared. So you add 10 and the 4 together, we get 14x squared. Okay, next is going to be my blue, my xy's. Do I have another xy? I do. I have a minus 3. So you take 8 minus 3, you get positive 5xy. Okay, my greens, I have a y squared. Do I have another y squared? Nope, I don't. I have an x squared, but not a y squared. Just bring it down. If you don't have anything to combine it with, you just bring it on down. Okay, so I always like crossing off like I'm a third grader when I do my like terms. That way I know what I got left. It's going to be my plus 2. Once again, that 2 had nothing to combine with. You just drop it straight down. All right. Moving on. Now we have subtraction. So subtract 5m squared minus 2m from 8m squared plus m. Okay, here's what you guys are going to give me. You're going to give me this. You're going to give me 5m squared minus 2m minus 8m squared plus m. Don't write that down. What's wrong about that? Okay, so if I give, let's say you got 10 apples, I take 5 apples from your 10 apples. What's the equation going to be? Start with 10. I take 5 from your 10. Okay, so it's going to be 10 minus 5. Okay, so whatever comes second actually comes first in our equation. So 8m squared plus m is going to come first in our equation. So we have 8m squared plus m minus 5m squared minus 2m. Okay, it looks like a z. It's not. It's a 2. Remember, I put lines through my z's. Okay, first step you want to do is subtraction. You want to distribute and rewrite. So we have 8m squared plus m minus 5m squared, and then plus 2m2. Okay, why is it plus? Because I distribute this negative to the negative 2m. 2 negatives make a positive. Okay, now just combine like terms. So we have an m squared minus m squared. Just the single m's. Okay, so 8m squared minus 5m squared is going to be 3m squared. Remember, larger exponent goes in front, plus 3m. Okay. Saying write that down. Make sure to message me if you guys have questions. I'm going a little quick because most of this is a review. We've been doing this kind of stuff since 8th grade. We're getting you ready for the harder stuff, though. Okay, it's all algebra this chapter. Okay, so once again, you guys tell me which one's going to be first here in our equation. I'm subtracting s squared plus 3s minus 4 from 3s squared minus 5s minus 3. Okay, remember, whatever's after the from comes first. So we have 3s squared minus 5s minus 3 from, right? From tells me that goes first. Put it in parentheses. Okay, you have to put it in parentheses because we need to distribute our negative and rewrite the problem. That's the second step. Remember, it's plus 4. Two negatives make a positive. Okay, combine like terms. We have s squareds, single s's, and last but not least, we have the constants. Every one of those is a like term. All right, let's knock it out. So we have 3s squared minus 1s squared, which is going to be 2s squared. Negative 5s minus 3, cross them off too. Negative 5s minus 3s is going to be negative 8s. Cross them off like we're in third grade. That's okay. Minus 3 plus 4 gives us plus 1. Circle, done. It's 11.1. Donezo. Okay, not too bad. Quick notes today. Plenty of time to get your homework if you're doing this during your actual first hour. If you're waking up at 7:20 or 7 o'clock, like you should be, but I get it. All right, see ya. Let's have a good fourth quarter.